these two teams can really do against each other.
The Go-Go come in with a top win percentage on top of the Eastern Conference at 17-9. The Crews come in at the number 8 seed, 14-12. They've won 7 of their last 10. And this Go-Go team is third best in win percentage overall in the G League. All right, Crews win the tip. Here they come left to right. Crews looking for their 15th win in this regular season as they fight for that final playoff spot. Bobby Klintman on assignment gets the live and right roll, and the Swede starts things off sweet for the home team.
And I like that action because usually they have Smith in the high ball screen, but today they sent Klintman up, put Smith in the dunker spot where nobody can help off of him.
A little savviness, matching wits, these two head coaches. They're very good friends. Fade away from the short corner. That's Jalen Noel, who had 17 the other morning to go with 7 assists.
Yeah, he's a baller. He's going to look to score and be aggressive from the start.
Noel averages 24 points a game. He's their high scorer. There's a steal. Kyra Lewis the other way. Rejected by Johnny Yu. Oh, those bunnies coming up into the scene quickly.
Yeah, good job by Johnny Yu of not giving up on that play, going back and making up for things.
Down low, Bobby Klintman topside. Johnny Yu couldn't finish what he started. Vukovic the other way, the Serbian. Ahead to McDaniels. And that's a tough shot around Tolu to make it a 2-point lead for the Capital City Go-Go.
I mean, if you really think about what just happened, McDaniels went from driving to a complete stop off of one leg and was able to lay it in.
He's got some experience at the highest of levels.
Yeah, McDaniels, I mean, he was in the league for a couple years, I think 4 years.
Yep.
And his younger brother is Jaden McDaniels from Minnesota Timberwolves.
Sure. That's an offensive screen from Tolu Smith. It's got a Go-Go on the deck.
Yeah, and I think Smith is saying, hey, he ran into me.
This is Jalen Noel, who got knocked down by Tolu.
Yeah, and Tolu, he was trying to really roll down and post up, and so he ran right into the man.
Inadvertent. No ill intent. Left side Noel to the corner to JT Thor, stepping out, hits the long deuce. Thor doing it from the outside and the inside.
Yeah, he's really in his groove after having the big game last game. You see him not waste any time today.
Tolu Smith misses after Klintman set him up. Jamel McMillan predicted big games from both Bobby and Tolu today. The cut and the lay-in and the thoughtful pass that Kyra Lewis finishes.
Yeah, good job of moving without the ball. And you see from the start why this Go-Go team is so good.
Lots of pros. Klintman with a 10-footer that fills. And he's off to a quick start. Go-Go by 4.
Yeah, and as you said, lots of pros. I mean, this Go-Go team is a true example of, if you look at everybody on this team's resume, even when they start to sub and come off the bench, I mean, you have guys who were all world at some point. And so, you know, here they are in the great G League. The G League is a great league, and looking to kind of find their footing to make it into the NBA.
Ton of depth. Crews will keep it after the missed 3 for McDaniels. Crews the other night got off to a slow start. They trailed 9-0 from the beginning and had a 19-point deficit by the time they started the second. They play pretty even the rest of the way, but getting off to that start, no recipe for winning. Jenkins, the 2-way for the Crews, misses the 3, but it was touched last by those Go-Go gadget arms of JT Thor, the Auburn product. Here's another look.
Yeah, and so even though Smith, so it's interesting, even though Smith pointed that way like, hey, it's our ball, I think, you know, players just do that, and he was walking towards half court almost like it was other teams' ball.
I love it. No good for Harper from the corner. Vukovic with a big boy rebound. Capital City +4, 8:40 left. Trying to remain on top. Bully ball down the avenue. And Noel says, I'm a giver, not a taker. he gets that physicality right back. Ron Harper from that same corner gets the same result. And the inbound saved to Tolu. And McDaniels threw it to the wrong jersey. Tolu all over it.
Yeah, and great scrappiness. Tolu hanging around the rim to get the dunk.
Looking for his 20th double-double. He's second all-time in Crews history in single season, according to Brody Hickle. Bobby Clinton down the boulevard with authority. Oh, a little Swedish pancake with some powder on top.
Yeah, absolutely. Hanging around, picked that up and threw it down.
McDaniels to Vukovic for three. That's off the mark. He did not play the other morning. He was up with a big club. Ron Harper from the parking lot. Splash City for New Jersey's finest. And the Crews take their first lead.
I like that adjustment by Harper. He had missed 2 threes that week.
As he wished in the pregame show, McMillan started to cut his chops at Drake University as a director of basketball operations and has just continued to rise. And Reg, this is a guy that's continued to elevate players to the next level. We saw that with Lamar Stevens signing a full NBA contract.
Yeah, congrats to Lamar Stevens. I mean, he turned his 2 10-day stint into a full season contract, but there's also other players. It seems like everybody's just getting better under coach. And they have it. He has their ear. They trust him, believe in him, and so that's why the Crews are having such a productive season.
You bet. He's had time with the Atlanta Hawks as well as New Orleans. Hannibal's checked in. He had a huge game the other night off the bench, and he throws it away here. Kyra down the avenue. Good night. Kyra Smith to give the Go-Go the lead a game.
Yeah, I mean, what explosion there to steal the pass and then speed down the court for that dunk.
Dennis Jenkins, who had a rough morning the other day. Let's be honest, who didn't? Not named Trey Hannibal. DJ sets it up for him. The timer has to hustle. Step back triple, flat. Fight for the rebound. One out by the Go-Go. Noel into the front court. Capital City runs a lot of screens and tricky stuff, says Jamel McMillan, who's good friends with Cody Toppert, their head coach. He says he's tricky now. Laying good, that's off the glass, and that's your guy, Jalen McDaniels again. He's got 4.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy who I watched a lot in college, and he's there from the West Coast, and he's a utility player. And by that meaning he plays defense really well. He scores the ball. And right there, he did a veteran move. So he had the ball up top, and he could have ISO'd and kind of went for his own. He swung it to the left. They didn't have anything. When they got it, when they swung it back, he attacked. That's kind of knowing your flow. Imagine if he attacks as soon as he gets the ball. It just goes different.
There you see that slip screen, something the Crews are trying to do much more of tonight. Mel McMillan making a point of emphasis before the game, saying, look, we got to do better in our actions with our bigs, as the Crews a bit unsettled offensively the last few sequences.
Yeah, and that was called a travel, and I think they were saying his feet were going faster than the ball, but almost like the Flintstones feet, per dribble. But that's an unusual call. They usually don't call that one.
Well, I haven't heard a Flintstone reference in a while. I like that. Big Flintstone fan. Missed shot the other way. Bobby Clinton on that baseline with a little smack on the glass, and the Swedes got 6, and the Crews are down 1 with 5.5 left.
Good job by Clinton. Those are the transferable things, whether he's with the Crews or with the Pistons. I mean, when he's up there and he gets in the game and you're playing with Cade, you're not going to get the ball early. You got to backdoor cut and do other things like he just did.
Got to work for it. Fade away, Kyra, no. Tommy Rutherford, who's checked in with the rebound. Here come the Crews left to right. Tolu Smith with a breather. Ukamato on the baseline against Thor. And did he step on that baseline? Yes, he did. Crews turn it over. Their third.
Yeah, overall, I like that by Ukamato, though. He's done a great job all year. Yep, you see the foot go out of bounds, but he's done a great job all year of attacking closeouts. So even though he doesn't get the ball at ISO much, when the ball swung around and he catches it, he feels a guy coming out of him a little too fast, he rips it right by him and attacks in that means.
It's fun to watch. Definitely a neat skill of his. Jordan Wright has checked in for the Cruise. Bobby Klintman gets a seat. Meanwhile, Stevenson off the pine for the go-go as that floater is fouled by Noel. Black is also in the game. Leaky Black, who is quite efficient off the bench. You mentioned their depth, the bench, and then Kobe Jones, who's a two-way guy. Oh, he's just going to check in now as their eighth man. No big deal.
Got it. Yep. And I don't know if
We're
he's
on assignment, rather.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Well, and you know, it's just so interesting how the level of players they have. They have guys who were just in the league last year. They have guys who have multi-year experience. And the Cruise have some guys as well. You know, obviously they have two-way guys, and you had Stevens, who had a few years in the league of his own. But it seems like every single player from the Go-Go have multiple years of experience, and that's why they're in first place.
Yeah. And now Mo Gay, who's checked in, is having to do some maintenance work. And Cody Toppert says, wait a minute, you got my guys doing labor? You call the labor union here.
Big fellas, they say that big fellas got to be good for something.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, what about Soup Campbell? He can't get up like that? Get that rim right? He's the operations guy here. So 1 shot for 2 points for Jalen Noel. He's got 6. Into the front court, Trey Hannibal. Trey was a story off the bench for the Cruise. 12 points in 19 minutes. Down the avenue, Johnny his stick back slam no. And Stevenson, who came off the pine the other night for 23, sets up Colby Jones for the lay-in.
Yep, and we see there, I mean, two types of athleticism. You had Johnny Yu, who was able to try to get the putback, and then Colby Jones, who was able to come out for the fast break layup.
They'll go by 5. Colby Jones nearly stole it from Wright, who has to hustle. 3 on the timer, right down the avenue. Pull up 13 is fresh.
Great shot. Good job by Wright of gathering himself and knocking that shot down. That was almost from the same spot as that Louisville game winner last night, there at the free throw line.
Man, is that a game or what? Yeah. Free throw line, Noel, lean in, duck in, no. Offensive rebound, Mohamedou Gay. And Dennis Jenkins says, give me that biscuit. The two-way for the Cruise on the run, attacks in, and leaves it short. It'll stay here.
Yeah, I mean, Dennis was able to do everything except for finish it.
He's been so efficient at finishing and shooting that 3. Really struggled the other morning, as most of his teammates, due to fatigue, was 5 of 22 from the floor, 4 of 14. But he's looking to get right tonight. Not there. Stevenson with a rebound on the run. Bounce pass to the corner. Martin with it. Stevenson, the three-point threat from the mid-range. Heel out, no. Rutherford with the rebound. Hannibal on the run.
Good fundamental box out by Rutherford.
No numbers. Kick back to Jenkins, and DJ splashes from Trey Hannibal.
Yeah, that's a good two-man game right there with Hannibal, who's like a fullback coming in and doing the pitch back to Daniels.
You're not lying. We called him a linebacker. Neither one is wrong. Triple from the corner. That's Eric Stevenson up to his old tricks. He went for 23 on 5 of 8 from downtown the other morning in Midtown Detroit.
Yeah, he's a great shooter.
Floater, Tommy Rutherford, and the former Anteater, eats a little paint himself. Go by 1.
Good touch by Rutherford, able to get that floater over the shot blocker.
Jones in the paint threw it away, and Malik Hall did not touch that. Malik is checked in out of Michigan State University. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him. A tight one, coach, but he's also a part of the leader of this high, well-oiled offensive machine.
Yeah, absolutely. You could just tell by their motion, the ball doesn't stick in anyone's hand. If they're always passing, they're always moving, cutting, and that's what makes them so good.
Yes, sir. So, 2 minutes left in the first. The lead has changed a few times, been tied a couple times. Hannibal, dish off, Malik Hall with a mash, and another great setup from number 1 from LSU.
Yeah, absolutely. Hannibal, when he gets into the lane, I mean, it's trouble for the other team.
You said it, it's like a fullback paving the way. A threat the other night in the downhill drive. Shown that passing ability. Jones to Leaky Black from the corner, leaking out. No good. Hannibal with a rebound. He'll take on the entire team. Dish it to Hall. Dish it to Rutherford. Tommy gets his own miss and kicks it out. DJ for 3. No.
Yeah, that was a little off the mark to the right.
And distraction the other way. Hustling back was Jordan Wright to deflect the shot. Dennis Jenkins the other way to finish the drive and the bonus.
Yeah, I was wondering where they're going to call that because he had already been fouled and the ball went in, but he ended up getting a call. Good.
For sure that the sequence of things happened in the right sequence.
Yeah,
for the rules.
No telling.
All right.
At the end of this, that's why as a player, just keep playing.
That's it. You never know what's going to be called or not called.
Correct.
We're under a minute. And it's a 1-point Cruise lead, not a 3-point Cruise lead. Jordan Wright, who had a great West Coast trip, back to his West Coast-born teammate, Tommy Rutherford, who floats it in. And there's those 2 points back ever so quickly.
Yep, and Rutherford said, well, thank you. I'll take them.
That's it. Pressure defense. Jordan Wright forces the turnover and now waits for his friends to gather. Klintman back in. 30 seconds left, 15 on the timer. Hannibal in trouble. Bullies his way in. Puts it through the net. Trey Hannibal.
Yeah, one thing you're not going to do is just strip the ball from Hannibal. He's too strong with it.
He's just over there. Look at those triceps as he's resting on his knees.
Yeah.
Shot clock and game clock pretty much synonymous. It's a half-second difference. Stevenson with it across the timeline. Cruise by 5. This is their largest lead. Stevenson with 3 points in this game. Had 23 off the bench the other night. He's going to get the last shot here, perhaps. Kick, short corner, fader by Gay at the horn, no. And so the Cruise take the momentum and the lead as they go +5 to end the first.
Yeah, and the way their defense, they played defense on that last possession, that was a microcosm of how they were able to turn it up.
Guardian Angel will always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Millen, and he talked about the great chemistry his team has. In LA, they were playing Monopoly at midnight. They're just a pretty chill team. They even brought their Xbox cases. And it's safe to say that they're not only gamers on the court, but off the court as well, guys.
No doubt, Summer. Very cool that this team has that kind of chemistry too, Reg. They go on the road. They hang out in L.A. at midnight. And here they are hanging out in the hotel lobby, playing games.
That's a coach's dream. I mean, they could be out doing other things, especially in a city like L.A. But when you have, that means a few things, that they're close, a close-knit group, and it also means that he has a mature group, that they decide to do things like that together rather than do other things.
No doubt. Thank you, Summer, for that report. Cruise in the lead by 5. This is their largest lead. Down low, Tolu Smith missed the bunny. Missed the second attempt, too. Malik Hall gets the steal on the inbounds, and we've got a shot clock malfunction. But the Cruise lucky to get a third chance on this sequence.
Yeah, and Smith, it looks like he's just kind of, his timing is off right now.
Yeah.
The way he's laying the ball is, he's just not hitting the mark as of now. But as a player, all you need is one to go in, and then everything resets himself.
Yes, sir. And so far, Tolu with a couple points and a rebound in 6 minutes, and missed one there on cue.
Yep, so that's what I mean. It's like the timing is off, but maybe he should get to the free throw line. So, throw him the ball, allow him to maybe have a post touch, get in there, get the free throw line where nobody's defending him, and be able to see the ball go in.
Meanwhile, Kobe Jones triples from the corner. As Harper's back the other way, go within 2. Jordan Wright, and that's an offensive foul on Tolu Smith. And his struggles continue.
It's a good chance for growth. I mean, you have times like this to place 2 hands on the guy's back right there. And so this is time for growth. This is time to, so either Coach McMillan can do it, like, pulling him out of the game, or he can adjust himself. Let's kind of, start to visualize what are positive plays to himself and what he could do to help.
We'll see if he allows Tolu to play through it. Meanwhile, ball out of bounds. And here's another look at the whistle and the foul. Jordan Wright will check out. Colby Jones sets it up. In trouble and tried to throw it away, but his teammate saved him. And Johnny on the spot, laying it in, was Jalen Martin from Overtime Elite.
Yep, and you see a lot of players here in the G League who are starting to come from Overtime Elite.
Little competition. Tolu Smith won't miss that time. That's the right-handed rocket, and Tolu with a smirk.
Good job of his teammates sticking with him.
Crews regain the lead as we go under 10 minutes. Crews looking to stay in the playoff hunt as we go down the stretch. Pass off the thigh of Tolu into the hands of Ron Harper, who throws it away to Colby Jones and Vukovic. Tough pass interior. Jalen Martin finishes it in traffic and the foul.
Yeah, good job of catching that ball, laying it strong. Yeah, Johnny he just kind of got caught in the mix right there. I don't think he expected that pass, and so Martin was just the recipient.
I don't think anybody expected that pass to get through.
Because you thought Big Fella would have gave it to Jones, and when he didn't, he said, hey, let me get my Magic Johnson on.
That's it. A little misdirection. So, winners of 3 straight. The Go-Go trying to sweep here in Detroit. The pass, a tough one from Clinton. Kicked out of bounds by Tolu. And Capital City says they got this one wrong too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they think it was off Smith's foot.
And no challenge coming. Tolu hands off to Ron Harper Jr. The 2-way lob back to Tolu with a tough stuff.
Good job by Tolu. You see him; he's hyped up now. After you start to see one go in, then you can roll a few off.
He's engaged. Johnny Yu showing off the bunnies again with a rejection. Clinton around traffic. Tolu with another tin rupture. And he all of a sudden has 8. And the Crews are plus 3.
3 straight dunks. So that's what it is. He had to dunk the ball. No more laying it.
That's it. Vukovic for 3. The 6'10" two-wayer. Harper trying to get loose. And he finishes on the left side with a right hand and wants to know why there was no foul.
Harper's such a good scorer. He's usually shooting threes, but you can see he can lay the ball up as well.
Colby Jones out to Stevenson. The threat from outside, uses it to his advantage and finishes with physicality.
Some guys just can play, and Stevenson is one of those guys. I mean, he was in there on the more athletic Johnny Yu, but he was able to use his angles.
Ball out of bounds. Yeah, there's a lot of geometry involved in this game at times. And guys that understand angles better than others succeed in tight parameters like that. You're right. There's some savviness to knowing angles.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because if you think about it, Johnny Yu's twice as athletic as Stevenson, but he was able to jump off the improper foot, which was the proper foot for that play.
Vukovic goes coast to coast with an awkward jam, showing off his skills. Quick 3-ball, ill-advised, no good. Throw ahead to JT Thor, even more ill-advised. And Colby Jones raises his hands and says that was uncalled for. I agree.
Yep. But if you're going to throw a long pass, throw it long,
Yeah.
as my college coach used to say, because if you throw a long pass short, it's going to get picked off, and then now you have numbers coming at you.
That's right. Harper gives it up to Klintman. Bobby down the boulevard. Banker up, no, but a foul. It's a block. And we got a technical as well. There was some language afterwards, and Vukovic didn't like it. He's going to get hit with a double foul here. The Serbian has gone on tilt, back-to-back fouls. And I don't know what he said in Serbian, but the official understood it.
Yeah, and so let's see here. So Vucevic, he thought he went straight up. And so there's the call, and sometimes maybe it's your tone. So even if the referee doesn't understand the words you're saying, they can tell just by your tone if it's directed at them.
That's it. Body language and tone have a lot to do with how folks react. Did you find in Europe that even if the language, first of all, were there language barriers in the game that you felt you had a disadvantage because you didn't know the native language?
So not necessarily in Europe, but in general, basketball is so universal. Shoot, pass, hey, play number 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, things are simplified. But most of the countries I was in, there wasn't. China, we had a translator. So that's, I mean, that's a language where kind of things don't really translate over language-wise.
Sure.
And but I had a wonderful translator. The team did a great job of making sure that we understood everything when the coach was saying. Otherwise, most other countries, your coach is probably going to talk English.
Okay. Very cool. Harper with the travel caught in between what he wanted to do, and it just didn't work out. Go back on top by 1. Back and forth we go. Crews have looked a bit off. There's some of their key guys have just not looked all right yet. It takes time, right? After a West Coast, I mean, sometimes there's some fallout from a trip like that that's not just the next day or day after.
Some of that is, but they're playing the number 1 team. You're not supposed to look great against the number 1 team. You're going to have bad moments because that's why they're the number 1 team.
Jones hits one from way downtown. And don't look now, the go-go plus 4. Taking advantage of some of these Crews mishaps, making it hurt. Harper to the elbow, back to Bobby Klintman, feed down to Tolu in traffic, nowhere to go, in trouble, 2 seconds on the timer, they throw it away. McDaniels lost it behind his back. McDaniel lost it to Hannibal, up to Johnny U for 3-0. Bobby Klintman stole the rebound, Trey Hannibal stole the show.
I'll tell you what, Trey Hannibal is scared of no one. He'll go in the paint on anybody.
And some fear him. Vukovic fouled going up with that right-handed hook against the undersized Ron Harper. And that matchup works out well for the road team. Meanwhile, Cam Martin along with Dennis Jenkins
describes a little bit of the sloppiness / chippiness of the game. And then what you'll look at is probably the three-pointers. The Crews are only 2 for 12. And so without making a high clip of threes, I mean, it's going to make things a little bit difficult for you.
Yeah, and the go-go 4 of 9 in this game from distance. Crews looking to get on track. Cam Martin out of Boise State checks in, along with Dennis and Rutherford. 4 on the timer. Ukamadu lost it off his leg against the well-defended JT Thor.
Yeah, and Ukamadu, who we talked about, does a good job of attacking closeouts. That was an even better job of Thor moving his feet.
Such a great defender. And look, Jamel McMillan saying we want to be that disruptive defense that they were back 2 days ago. That's who we are. And they did it to us.
Yeah,
we're going to get this thing back.
Yep. So, I mean, they came in and they set the standard for this back-to-back. So now here the Crews are trying to instill their will upon this game.
Yeah. Lots of time left in this one. Again, the Crews will play again on Sunday. And these two teams are done for the year with one another for this. Tommy Rutherford gets the loose change miss from Jenkins and lays it in. Tommy with 6.
Yeah, Rutherford showing the things that make him such a consistent player. I mean, no matter what's going on, he's not somebody you got to throw the ball to. He's somebody who's just going to still crash the boards the same way, no matter whether he got the ball before or didn't. If you can believe it, there are a lot of players who seem not to do things if they don't get the ball.
Yeah, right. I'm going to find a way to get that pill.
Yeah, exactly. Rutherford, he still crashes the same way. He still, plays defense the same way, even if you haven't passed him the ball per se.
Sometimes you got to pick up the trash.
That's a good thought.
Topside triple Vukovic, and that tee might have got him going.
Oh, he's skilled. He's a tall, skilled player. You don't see tall players usually doing things like that.
Danis will test his defense and throw it up, and Vukovic wants to know what happened there.
5:03 on the game clock.
We're going to get McDaniels with a foul, not Vukovic. But he still wants an explanation. A phantom reach-in by McDaniels.
Yeah, and I think they're saying his foot.
Good eyes.
Yeah, when he dug off the corner, he stuck his right leg out, and so he tripped Jenkins.
Inadvertently, of course. McDaniels in the paint too soon, but it didn't matter. It's one shot for 2 points, as the rules apply here in this G League. McDaniels to the high post against this 2-3 zone. JT Thor attacks from that short corner like you're supposed to do against that zone. And he gets rewarded.
And that's a really good play. So you saw McDaniels had the ball, threw it right into Vujacic, and there Thor cutting back door. So I mean, think about that play. You have McDaniels about 6'8". Then you have Vucevic, who's 6'10", catches it at the elbow. And then you have Thor, who's 6'11" on the baseline. So think about those 3 layers of players.
Yes, it's deep. Kyra Lewis for 3. Timeout. The Go-Go with their largest lead. Jamel McMillan seen enough. We'll take it with him. 4.5 to go. The Go-Go +6 in Detroit with some
time for the G League to think about playoffs. And so here you have the best basketball being played.
About the time you can go outside and start shooting some hoops in the driveway or in the park. That madness seems to come at about the same time, at least in this Midwestern town. Crews trying to make this town proud, as they have done in their 4-year history. Down by 6 right now. Trey Hannibal works his way in and carves it magically and finishes.
Shaq Hannibal down there posting up and bodying those guards.
I like it. Well, LSU, there's some ties there.
There is, right.
I like what you did there. Kyra Lewis down to JT Thor and nobody around. He'll throw that thing down where it belongs.
Yeah, and so the Crews, I mean, they have, in essence, 2 tall players out there, per se, and the Go-Go have 3. So as help side comes, it's a smaller player who will be stepping up.
Cam Martin from that corner, and a beautiful feed from Rutherford. Good basketball there. Share to that sugar. Cuts the lead in half. Sorry, Reg.
No worries. I like Cam Martin spacing the floor like that, being able to hit that 3.
Well, yeah, and you talk about the 2 bigs. Spread them out.
Absolutely.
Make those bigs run at you, right?
Mm-hmm. Because their natural inclination is to protect the paint.
Great pass. There was a hockey assist in there before the Rutherford pass that deserves credit as well.
It was. And to make something like that develop, what has to be a constant is the threat of a layup. If you have the threat of a layup, that will really draw the defense in. If you don't have somebody who's attacking the basket or rolling towards the basket or something that's going to draw the defense in, then those corner kicks don't work.
And those paint points have nudged towards the Crews tonight. They're plus a dozen in that category. Down by 5 in this back and forth battle. The 1 seed and the 8 seed in the Eastern Conference. Tolu a 2-way. Double teamed, appropriately enough. Floater, Jenkins one-handed, bam. the St. John's rookie starting to shine in this second quarter.
Yeah, that was a good play. Tolu didn't have it, kicked it out to Jenkins, and Jenkins shot the nice floater.
Averaged 23.5 points his last 10 games. That's third best in the G during that stretch. Kick to the right block, and Mo Gay missed a living wrong roll. Throw ahead DJ. Topside Klintman lost it, regathers the manimal in the paint, and he threw it away. Thor with a steal, throw ahead, McDaniel, Euro lay-in, swatted. Now the Crews with numbers in this wild sequence. DJ behind the back, razzle dazzle, and $1 million finish to go with that move.
Oh, what a sequence. I mean, you had a couple of nice blocks, some jump passes that got picked off, and then Jenkins with a nice finish at the other end.
Yes, sir. The Crews have reached half 100 in Midtown Detroit. That's a turnover. Kyra stepped on that baseline. And don't look now, the Crews starting to rev it up with 2 to go.
As we watch this Go-Go team play, I mean, I'm still astonished at the names that they have. Kira Lewis, first-round lottery pick, you know, and here he is just kind of in the G League trying to catch his foot 4 years in the NBA.
Such a talented roster. We've got a whistle and a foul. It's a block. Bobby tried to take the charge, as he's done so often this year, but Reg, he was moving?
Yeah, he was moving back and in on his heels, so the referee he wasn't going to give him the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Understandably so. The southpaw Thor with a silky smooth freebie. Don't forget at halftime, Summer Weathers. We'll talk with associate head coach Marcus Stout. Detroit's own from the northwest side. To Renaissance High School. He's been here all 4 years. Outstanding development coach and human being. Short with a 3 as the buzzer expires, and the Go-Go stingy with their defense.
Yeah, good defensive possession. They didn't leave anyone else open. They said Jenkins is going to have to beat us from this corner right here.
Kick out 3, count it. Jalen McDaniels with a bonus ball, and the Go-Go are +6, matching their largest lead.
And that's something McDaniels learned. I mean, a guy he trains with, Clint Parks, out of the West Coast, one of his famous sayings is, the corner ball gets you paid. And so, there McDaniels is there in the corner. He's a 4 or 5 year NBA pro, and being able to knock that shot down. I mean, in the past, 7, 8 years, I mean, the corner 3 has just exploded in popularity.
Why do you think that is?
Well, because now what you have is, with so much space, and now in the corners, your biggest guy is now in the corner. He's no longer posting up. So where your tall guy used to be at the rim or on the block, now they're like, hey, get to the corner to open up a driving lane for us. And also they tell guys on defense, that's why they say don't help from the corners. So in a lot of pro ball, guys don't dig from the corner. They stay because it's the shortest 3.
There it is. That money ball, it's changed the game. There's a steal, Jordan Wright, and his pass to Klintman is perfectly glazed off the glass for 2 points. They'll call it a missed shot, and a rebound and a stick back and a whistle and a clock malfunction. But Crews getting some open court buckets and running the floor in transition.
Yeah, good job right there, being able to create that. And so, like right now, these last minutes or under a minute are when games really change. I mean, some team that could get 1 or 2 layups or something like that, could give you momentum going into a half or a quarter.
Jay Noel with a finish through contact, in traffic around Tolu Smith.
So what Wright has to do in that play? I mean, you got Smith who's digging and helping. I mean, he literally grabbed the guy's shoulders. I mean, Wright can't just sit with his hands up like that. I mean, it's okay to be a little physical or let's use the word resistance.
Yeah.
Because if you just have your hands up, he's going through you. And here's Smith, he's digging in. He's kind of the one who's exerting all of the energy to foul a guy like it takes 2.
That pass is zipped and hit that outstanding photographer on the baseline. right in the noggin, and he just keeps playing on. Sometimes photographers are the toughest guys in the building, and they never get credit for it. Somebody should get a shot of that replay. I want to see that. I mean, this is like nothing happened. This man is just unfazed. Ball boinked off his head and just gets his settings right. He's fine. He's cool. Just about to take his best shot of the day. No big deal.
Yeah. It's like it didn't even happen.
No. Oh, man. Deserves some credit. So back the other way. A free throw is coming. Kyra Lewis.
Yeah, good job, Lewis. When there was a little scrum there, when the pick was being set, he released and got grabbed.
Look, he's looking at his shot. He's saying, I think I got a great shot. I got hit in the head, so what? I got my shot, man. He does a great job. All the Piston games, too. Dennis Dinkins with a two-handed doozy and a little swang and bang. 3 seconds left, got to hustle.
That's how you go up. Leave no doubt.
Half-court heave is close enough to make you sweat, but off the mark, the Go-Go have their largest lead at the horn. And look, the Go-Go
outside the three-point line, you have another one of them kind of man in the middle near the free throw line, and then you have Thor who's on the backside of the defense.
By the time you unpeel that onion, you got tears rolling down your eyes.
That's a good one, yes.
We feel the pain. Pretty cool is the Wizards have been in town as well to play the Pistons. Both franchises getting some time together. Saw the Wizards here the other night supporting the Go-Go. As we often see the Pistons come support the Crews.
Yep, and so what you'll have a partnership develop there. Remember, now in the G League, you have two ways. So some of these guys on the Go-Go or the Crews are also up with the big team, the Wizards or the Pistons.
You bet. Both these franchises train in the same facility as their big club. Sort of the new way and new wave. There's a steal. Harper throws it away. Vukovic puts it on the deck and lays it in around traffic. He's been impressive.
Yep, and I mentioned how Smith had to get going, but Harper Jr., he's somebody as well. Like because he can roll off 3 threes on you before you know it. And like right there, you see Thor did a good job of taking that away.
Bullet pass from Ron is a turnover. Back-to-back sets with turnovers. And that's the 5th of the night for Ron Harper Jr., who's out of sorts as well in this one.
Yep, you got to find a way to get yourself going. I remember a couple weeks ago we had a game, and Harper Jr., he started on fire, and when he cooled off, he went and got himself a backdoor layup. And once he did that, he was able to get back going.
Hot night through butter. Noel, with little resistance, forces a Jamel. Women's Empowerment Night here for the Motor City Crews. Young ladies showing out, supporting the Crews, bonding. That's what it's all about. Enjoying some basketball. And right now, the Crews behind the 8 ball a bit, down 13, Reg, after a 6-0 spurt out of the gate. Ron Harper Jr. to Tolu with a two-hander.
And that's what they needed. They needed those two to be involved in a play and get themselves going. Good job. Good draw by Coach McMillan.
Puts a little gauze on it. There's a steal by Klintman, who had a productive first half. No look to Johnny Yu. And a quick 4-point explosive response after the timeout.
Yep, that's what you want to see.
Noel against Tolu, and the big boy stepping out to guard him. Vukovic passed to Thor, rejected by Ukamadu out of nowhere.
And this is where you see what's a good timeout or not.
Rob Harper Jr. says indeed it was a good timeout. A 7-0 run that answers a 6-0 run. Effective, indeed.
Absolutely. They had Coach McMillan, he called a timeout after that backdoor layup, and look at how they've responded ever since.
Steal by Ukamadu. Showtime coming up. Oh, Johnny, don't hurt him. Timeout the other way. Cody Toppert says that's enough. And he's shaking that hand and saying, I'm done with it. They outworked us and beat us at our own game of what makes us good back on 2 days ago.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's not always about the X's and O's or what play you call. Sometimes you just got to show up and compete. Because if you think about it, there was a couple good sets right there, two-man game between Harper and Smith. But otherwise, that was just determination.
Yes, sir. So, Cruz now lead the quarter 9-6 as Noel floats it up from the short corner ever so gently.
He averages 24 for a reason.
On pace now with 17. Johnny Youth from the corner is an air biscuit. Noel's looking for more. 3-on-3. Noel to the rack. No, but a foul.
So the Crews, they got to make sure that they get Smith that ball right there. Because the three Johnny Youth just shot, Smith had Kira Lewis Jr., who was down there in front of him. He's maybe 6'2" at the most on Smith, who's 6'11". And so you have him who's fronting Smith. Get him the ball, you know, keep this momentum going.
Feed the beast. He's been the emotional lift in the second half. Count it. For Jalen Noel, who has earned a call up to the NBA.
And so what's that, 5 straight for Noel, 4 straight for him since the Crews run?
How about that floater? Clintman to Tolu Smith playing some big boy ball.
Yeah, I love that lob option for Smith.
Topside Gay, Mohamedou Gay. Crossing over Tolu. Sweet move to the bucket, couldn't finish it. Played a gob of minutes the other night, has not played much tonight. How about the behind the back? Ron Harper sharing the sugar at a high level, and Tolu didn't miss the assignment.
Good job by Harper. He's had a few nice passes this half.
Shot not working, offense not going. Distribute the ball. He's done it. And rebounding the ball right there. Noel with a triple miss. Jenkins showing off handles. Hot knife through butter. He lost it. 3-on-2 the other way. Kyra Smith back to Gay with a hammer.
Yeah, good job.
No time to waste. Bobby Clintman on that baseline. Athleticism back to DJ with an athletic, aerobatic, physical finish.
Yeah, good job by Jenkins of contorting his body in the air per se.
Man, got some athleticism. Shot up, no, but a foul. And I believe we're going to get a free throw. That's on Tolu. That's his third. JT Thor will check out. And to the free throw line comes Noel.
And Noel, he's been Johnny on the spot for them. So the Crews, they had that 8-0 run, and Noel, then he answers the floor of his own. Now the Crews just have a point again, and next thing you know, here comes Noel with another opportunity. So his scoring, he does score a lot, but it's also efficient as well.
Really is. Efficiency is the key to his game. Jenkins around a high ball screen, back to Tolu. Corner pocket pass. 4-3. Johnny New. The answer.
I like it. That's why you get Smith the ball, because you can eat off of him.
The answer from Noel, it's an air ball. And a rushed shot for the former New Orleans Hornet.
He must have heard me and said, hey, let me do it again. And
New Orleans Pelican. I reverted back to the early 2000s. Little reset. Tolu Smith with some fancy footwork and a foul. Mo Gay will give him a chance for the bonus ball.
How many does Smith have this quarter?
8, I believe. Looking for 9 here. He's come out with some real authority. You mentioned in the second quarter that something got him going. Well, he got ignited again here in the last couple sequences. Cruz could tie it here with a free throw.
Well, yeah, it's the fact that once you make one, I mean, players are so players are so momentum. Basketball is such a game of momentum. Once a player sees one go in, I mean, he can roll off 3 or 4.
Clinton keeps it alive, and he'll get a chance here to finish it. In the paint from 10 feet, fading away, no. And that'll trickle out of bounds harmlessly, despite the great effort by Clinton to keep that possession alive after the missed free throw. Mogay will check out. Kyra Lewis will check out as well. Vukovic back in, Stevenson back in. And Colby Jones, as you get a look at Jamel McMillan, whose team has had a fabulous month of March. Top side. Noel for 3. Oh, good.
Yeah, that was a really good defensive possession by the Crews. They were there at every opportunity.
Vukovic's length a factor there defensively. Noel back to Leaky Black. Pull-up 10-footer, yes, sir, for the former Tar Heel.
Yeah, even in college, he was on my all-name team.
Man, is he good. So efficient the other night off the bench, setting players up. Klitzman from Tolu, and that two-man game, Reg, has been terrific.
Yeah, it really has. And good job by Clinton. He faked the screen, flashed himself open, and great pass by Smith.
Bobby having one of his better games. He's got a lucky 13. But Tolu leads the club with 16, and Leaky Black on point has come off that bench and kept the go-go a-moving.
Yeah, he does so well in his role, being able to come off the bench and knock down shots.
Leaky with 5. DJ for 3. Go-Go looking to win their 4th straight game. Noel with time and space, and that's a problem. Timeout, Jamel McMillan. We'll keep it right here. 7-point Go-Go lead in those transitions. More than you lose on the road. And they came back off of that. Had an early start back on Tuesday, and now here they are, Reg, looking to get revenge tonight and split the series with Capital City.
Yeah, and Tuesday was just a bad combination. Coming off the road and you're playing the #1 team.
For sure. Well, with the jams of moving along, Malik Hall likes it, and he scoops it in and scores it. It's a 5-point game as the Spartan draws the home team closer.
Yep, that's the Go Green special.
Did they get a win today?
They did. They beat Oregon today.
Okay. Noel with a miss from short range. Hannibal rips it away from Stevenson. Kick out. Wright for 3. Bang! Jordan Wright cuts this game to a 1-possession contest.
I'll tell you what, in this NBA G League, you can't fall asleep for a second. Teams and players score so easily.
Some talented scorers out there both ways. Vukovic all alone. And the Crews dodge a bullet right the other way. On the push, the LSU product. Alone from mid-range, goes back to his former teammate. A couple of big guards, power guards. Hannibal down the avenue, down to Tommy Rutherford in traffic. Scoops it out, 4 on the timer, gotta hustle. Johnny Yu with 1 on the timer, forces it up and buries it. Oh, Johnny be good again. We're tied at 83.
Yeah, he's been living right. Being able to hit that shot off one leg was a good thing for him.
So athletic, even in tough spots. He seems to come through. Stevenson, who's been stymied tonight, thanks to defenders like Johnny Yu. On the bounce. Kick out. Crafty, creative, Leaky for 3. No. Spits out to Rutherford, and the Crews take a deep breath.
Yeah, this is the opportunity. This last 2 minutes is really going to decide how the game could shift.
Hannibal sets it up. Trey with 6 in this game. High ball screen Rutherford. Space for Trey. Kick out to the corner, and an offensive foul. It would have been a turnover either way. Johnny, you couldn't hold on to it. But instead it's a charge, and a gutsy charge at that, taking it on Trey Hannibal.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like taking it on Barry Sanders.
with a full head of steam.
Correct. And
Yikes.
Trey, who's made some great plays this game, you got to decide when do you leave your feet and when do you play your ground game. Ground game is, if you think about it, it's almost like a running back, per se.
Yeah.
Can you get in the paint and stay on the ground and make plays, not jump until it's time to score?
Stevenson, the guy taking the charge, and he's got it now. Corner kick to Martin. Jalen against Hannibal. Contested, tipped, no. Keeps it alive. And Martin will get a chance at the free throw line with one shot for 2 points.
When I see things like that, I look at who's in the game. And so you have Rutherford and Malik Hall, who are very scrappy, they're warriors, but like they don't have the traditional height and size. So when I start to see another team get 3 and 4 rebounds within a possession, it's like, okay, you guys got to do it through boxing out because you're not 6'11". So, but it paid off because they were able to miss and Rutherford got the rebound.
Hannibal now sets it up in this tie game with 2 minutes left in the third. Hall from the high post spins his way against Vukovic, finishes with a high glass geometry lesson.
Yeah, great use of his footwork by Hall.
That too. Stevenson on a high ball screen from Vukovic, pull up, wave that shot off. It's going to be a reach in before it. They'll get Johnny U with it. Cruz on top once again in this back and forth battle. Now with 8 lead changes. But it's been a resilient Cruz team. They were down 13 before they could blink after they started the third quarter. And a quick answer and an impressive one after a Jamel McMillan timeout.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all the timeouts. Anytime they've been able to get with Coach McMillan has been a good thing for the Cruz.
So line right goes Jalen Martin, one of the two-way players. So, tied at 85 with 90 seconds left. Hannibal kick to the corner, right with a drive, and he was on that end line, and that's a turnover.
Those are the ones that hurt because one thing that can help is if you at least get a shot every possession. Because when you at least get a shot every possession, it causes the defense to then you have a chance at a rebound. And after you have a chance at a rebound, I mean, you can extend the possession or you can play the right kind of defense. But those kind of turnovers just seem to hurt.
Yeah, a little bit deeper. 80 seconds left, 13 on the timer. Colby Jones on assignment understands it.
Yes, he does. And we talked about him a little bit before the game. I mean, he didn't have the best game last game, but I mean, he's ultra talented. The former Xavier Musketeer, and I mean, he was in the NBA last year.
Wait a minute, he's a former Xavier Musketeer. Malik Hall scoops it and scores it. Okay, that's right, Musketeer.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite Musketeer is the guy to my right.
Oh,
you.
Man. Okay.
Sorry, George. Colby, he can't have my heart. Not all of it, anyway. We're tied at 87.
Well, I can't shoot like Jones, but I can still be your favorite Musketeer.
Yes, you can. Reggie, a former Musketeer.
So
Good
they're
memories.
on the bubble. They're on the bubble. They lost that last game against Marquette, gave it away. So now they're it looks like on the first 4 out. So we'll see how that goes.
You'll be sweating on Sunday along with the rest of the fans in Cincinnati, the Queen City. A whistle and a foul. That's a hold. It's going to go on Leaky Black. That will be his first and the team's third non-penalty situation. Meanwhile, Dennis Jenkins will check in along with Ron Harper Jr. in the final possession of this quarter.
Yeah, and I think we'll see the Go-Go's hold it and want to get the last shot of this quarter. And I think they'll go to Stevenson within this. And so, excuse me, the Cruz have the ball. they'll try to get the last shot of the quarter, but I know that the Go-Go would, coming down, they would like to keep this lead before the quarter ends.
They would. Let's see if they can hold on to it. Danis Jenkins trying to change it. Heel out, no. 2 seconds left, and that's how this quarter will end, but not without a chance from Colby Jones.
The way shots have been going in, full court buzzer beaters all over the internet, you never know.
2-point game. We got a fun one. Expected. Crews now shooting 30% from downtown, and Capital City's come back to life. They're shooting 43%.
Yeah, correct. Nothing lasts forever, per se, in this game. You're never as bad as you think you are. You're never as good as you think you are.
That's the truth. And, of course, that double-double watch still in effect. Tolu Smith, 16 points, but he's behind with just 2 rebounds. I don't know if I've ever seen him with 2 rebounds in a second, this deep in the second half.
Yeah, that's not a comment for Smith.
No, sir. Malik Hall with some fancy footwork and a fabulous finish. The Spartan Hall for 2.
Yeah, good job. Malik Hall, he's getting more and more comfortable, it seems like, every game.
Hall was brought over in that trade along with Aaron Epps for the return rights of Raekwon Gray from the Swarm. Stevenson, far sideline against Smith. Again, attacks the rim, reverses, and it's blocked by Smith on a masterful defensive set. What a recovery from Tolu.
Yeah, good job. And Coach Martin, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, he said he wanted Smith to block more shots and be more involved in protecting the rim, and he did a good job.
So, we are tied 1 minute in. Danis to the rack, fall off, no. Tolu got his own miss, put it back and got fouled. He says, I heard you on those rebound stats.
Yeah, there it is. I mean, he's a rebounding machine, but today the activity just hadn't been there.
Another look. Nothing wrong with 2 rebounds.
Yeah, that was
2 seconds.
2 because the tip in counts as 1, and then grabbing the ball after you tried to tip it.
Sure it does. Brody Hickle's going to count that one. An ugly looking free throw from Tolu, who's usually efficient. And then Vukovic gets poked in the eye inadvertently. And Claire Aubrey caught that thing from about 100 feet away. Nothing gets past her.
Yeah, interesting angle.
So, back we go with Capital City. In this tie game, it's been tied now 10 times with 9 lead changes. Jones in and out. Big boy rebound, Malik Hall. Lost it to Stevenson. There's a foul on the floor. And they're going to get Stevenson. He says, wait a minute. What'd I do? I just stole it from him.
Right, exactly. Originally you thought it was Malik Hall who kind of fouled him trying to get the ball back, but they're saying Stevenson didn't do it the clean way.
No, got a little skin. DJ hot knife through butter, tried to alley-oop it to himself. Not really. Foul on Eric Stevenson, who's having a tough sequence, and says, look, you got it wrong there. You did get it right here, but you got it wrong back there. Just know that.
Yeah.
JT Thor will check in, the guy Reg highlighted as your impact player. And he has had an impact in this game. A lot of it's been done on the defensive end. He's a sticky, long defender. As Danis goes line left, 1 shot for 2 points. No, sir. Ball bouncing around. Tolu trying to grab another one. And there's a lid on that thing. McDaniels lost it. Trying to get around Tolu. Picked up by Ron Harper for 3. Short. Now Capital City has a 3-on-2.
So, yeah, he's been short on most of his threes today.
Stevenson with a thoughtful, creative pass to Thor for the finish in the lead.
Yep, a good job by the Go-Go of moving the ball around, getting an easy layup.
Lob to Tolu, errant pass from DJ. Vukovic on the run. Big boy through traffic. Lost it. Good save by Ron. Up to Hall. Around Jones for the lay-in. Can this guy finish or what? Cody Topper can't believe it. He is livid on that baseline with the official.
Yeah, I think he wanted to travel because I was going to say Hall did a good stop-and-go move there to score, and I think Topper wanted to travel.
He did. Stevenson across the timeline, tied at 91. Jones with a show and go, can't finish. Rim protection from Hall and company.
Yeah, good rebound by Hall.
DJ setting it up. Speed with Vukovic guarding him. Ron for 3. No, sir.
Yep, and so once he finds his way, he's the type of shooter who, when he finds his arc, per se, in his range, next thing you know, he'll hit 3 of them.
Turnover forced. And the turnovers tonight. Too many for the Crews. They're over 20 now for the ball game. That's just not a number that they are used to living with, averaging around 13 a game for most of this stretch.
Yeah, and if you think about it, think of what 20 turnovers is. That's 20 times that you had the ball that didn't even shoot, and the other team came up with the possession.
Yeah,
that matters.
It does matter. And that's a good way to look at it. And it's made an impact in this game. Game that's on the brink right now. Jones against DJ. Kick to the corner. Ron Harper Jr. Back to his two-way teammate for 3. DJ gives the Crews the lead.
One thing Harper Jr. has done a great job of is distributing. He's had a few passes to Smith for dunks, and there you see there for the 3.
Steal by Klintman, back to Harper, back to Klintman, back to Hall, sharing of the sugar, and Hall gets rewarded after the sticky-fingered Crews steal in transition.
Yeah, good job passing again. Interior passer has been a reason why the Crew are outscoring the Go-Go so much in the paint.
Another look here at Klintman, who's done so many things outside of his scoring ability tonight. You can see why the Pistons drafted him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's definitely a prospect. I mean, when you see him, he has length, he has athleticism, he's gangly, and when you see him play, I mean, he does a lot. They're just working on, like Coach Stout said, they're just working on him giving that effort all the time.
The free throws have been a problem in this game for the Crews. They were a problem the other night as well. It's not something that has plagued them this season, but it has in their last few games. Are bad free throw shooting contagious? Is that something?
Oh.
Can you get in a team free throw slump?
A lot of times, yeah, absolutely you can, because it started. You know, sometimes it comes to the forefront, and then you start talking about it a lot.
Klintman got the steal. Stevenson saved the slam. But a foul indeed, as you see the C.J. Easterling shot from topside and that baseline.
Yeah, and that's just an example of, Stevenson, he flew over there. That was just an example of, 2 pros going at it. Klintman, he wanted to dunk it. Stevenson said, I don't want to let you. And so welcome to pro ball for everybody.
He almost got those slick khakis from C.J. sweaty. And I don't think anybody wants to get those khakis sweaty.
No, not at all.
That's a clean look from camera 3. Shot up and good for Klintman, who's having a night, and certainly in contention for G of the game. The Crews are to pull this thing off. Lots of chicken left on this bone, however. Thor back to Noel. Noel having a night. He's at a season average of 24. Kick out, leaky black 3, no. Kept alive by Thor. Back to Black. Back to a bucket.
Oh, what a way to take contact and still make the layup off the glass.
Impressive athleticism. We've seen all series from him. Crews still by 3. Ron Harper trying to set up Klintman. Finds him, paint, kick, corner, Hannibal to DJ for 3, no. But a reset back to Hannibal, fresh 14. Ron Harper Jr. for 3. To no avail.
Those are the possessions you want. Multiple touches by multiple players if you're the Crews.
They didn't make the shot, but they made every other play perfect on that possession.
And
How much points do you get for that? I mean, credit, I should say, should you get for that?
Here's what you get from a possession where everybody touched the ball but you didn't score. Like, everybody feels involved. So, of course, you would love to make the shot. But it's sometimes a player just going individual one-on-one is fool's gold.
Yeah.
And then later when you need other people to be involved, they're nowhere to be found because they haven't been. So a possession like that should keep everybody involved.
No doubt. There's magic and power in touching that basketball. And you know that as a big man. The guy that didn't get a ton of touches. When you get a chance to feel like you're included, I mean, you're a little more engaged all around.
Yeah, it makes a difference. And it's interesting. From the mental aspect of the game, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. You should be able to appreciate and value and maximize whenever you do touch the ball. But you know what? It's humans who play this game. And humans want to be a part.
Yep.
And so, when a guy feels he's a part of that, he's touched it, even if he doesn't shoot it, he's more engaged.
Trey Hannibal wants to touch that thing and finish it, and nobody wanted to get in his way.
No, he's the spin cycle. He's like a running back in there. You're going to have guys move out of his way, especially guards.
Spin in the paint, in trouble near turnover. Kick out wing three, no. And the cool off by the Capital City Go-Go. Something to note. Ron Harper Jr., Klintman, and Hall will all sit. Step back three, DJ with a shot. And the Crews have reached triple digits in Detroit. They're up by 6.
That's a big-time shot by Jenkins. I mean, there was nobody he needed on that play. I mean, he did it all on his own.
Crews with their largest lead of 6 with 6. Televised audience. And Nitro's going to get a year older. I think he's 4. He'll turn 4 this year. And we got to watch him now. He gets a little wild. Once it crosses like 3 o'clock on a Sunday, it's a different timeline for Nitro. So we'll hope to get out of here right about 3. Yeah. Laying good. That's Jalen Noel, who somehow was unguarded and took advantage.
It depends on if Nitro's had his nap or not.
Well, if he's like my 3.5 or 4-year-old, that may be one of those days that the sugar keeps him up. Corner kick, Johnny Yu for 3. The Southfield product continues to blossom. Jordan Light with a battle on the baseline as the Crews have matched their largest lead of 7.
The corner 3 gets you paid. Johnny Yu standing over in that corner, knocking down that shot for all the money.
He's got a dozen. 5 cruisers now in double figures, led by Dennis Jenkins, 19 points. Dennis Jenkins 3rd amongst all cruisers in total season total points, behind Jared Roden and Xavier Simpson. Slam by McDaniel in a dark way.
McDaniel said, hey, I'm not playing with you guys on that one.
I've been in the league, and here's how. Dennis back to Tommy. Down the avenue. Header rejected by McDaniel. Showing both sides of his coin. Corner kick. Jenkins for 3. Vukovic with a rebound.
Yeah, and I think Trey passed that just a little bit too late. Jenkins had already gotten his feet, when I say set, but he got his feet flat.
Johnny, you sent that thing to the corner. It was a better pass than the Go-Go could have thrown. That was something. Trey Hannibal looking to flex on somebody. Back out to Dennis, looking to dazzle. And JT Thor says, and says, no, I wasn't doing it. He was not shooting, he says. All right.
Yeah, and I thought he wrapped him up, but the referee thought he was in shooting motion.
So the officials converge, and Cody Toppert has something to say about it. But Dennis is going back to the line, a line that's been unfriendly tonight for the home team. They're just 3 of 9 in this game. That's a season's worst average. Time to change that, but that's not good. Free throw's good. Crews 9-4 on the year when they are out-rebounding their opponents. Right now, they're +7 on the glass. They get a steal here, +7 on the clock with 4:07 to go in the game.
I mean, rebounding is such an important part. If you out-rebound your opponent, you have a chance because you just have more possessions or you've closed down more of their possessions.
Certainly makes sense. And it's been a good rebounding team all season long.
Everybody clap your hands.
Crews trying to get their largest lead of the night. And trying to get revenge with a go-go and a split. Missed shot, no. Vukovic had it, lost it. Ball's on the deck. Who's getting greasy and grimy with it? Everybody is. But it's Tommy Rutherford that comes away with it. 10 on the timer. Ron Harper from the parking lot, short with it. Johnny Yu with a save. And Johnny Yu with a finish. He's got 14, and the Crews have their largest lead of 9. Timeout, Capital City.
Yeah, that's pure determination. It's been on multiple efforts. You've had Johnny Yu, who's played well over this quarter. Malik Hall had some great plays. Of course, Jenkins, he has the high or whatnot, but he hasn't shot the ball, say, from 3 great. But it's just been an all-around team contribution. So everybody's contributed and had their moments, depending on what quarter you're looking at.
You bet. That's true. The defense has shined in this fourth. The Crews have given up just 12 points in this quarter, including that Noel floater. He's been their best guy tonight.
Yeah, his points have been very timely. It seems like whenever the Crews have gotten far out in front, here comes Noel.
28 for Jalen Noel. He's gone for 37 this year. He's also gone for 43 in early February. Thor with a foul. That's his third. Crews by 7. 3 minutes left. Stick around after this one's done. We'll have the G of the game for you. Meanwhile, Ron Harper Jr. line left. He's knocked down 72 triples coming into this game, which leads all 2A players. 20 G League appearances or less. 7th overall. He's been a great, impactful player since he's come on. And has been a big part of this club's resurgence the last 2 months.
Yes, he has. And all a guy like that needs is to see a free throw go in.
Lewis sees that triple go in. And that's a sight for welcoming eyes from that go-go bench. Meanwhile, Ukamanu for 3. And the Roseville High School grad says, forget it. We're going to bump this thing up to 9. Catching the largest leads. There's a block and a save by Ukamanu. He might be that G. Johnny had it rejected by Thor, saved by Hannibal, back to DJ.
Good job to pull it out right now.
Ron Harper from between the rings, no. Leaky Black with a leaping rebound. 2 minutes left. Go-Go need a bucket. Crews with a stop could seal this thing. Slap away. Rutherford caused it. Hannibal will end it. The power guard with a power slam, and the Crews are plus 11 in Detroit. This is their largest lead.
The Crews have really turned the defense.
Noel says, I don't know what he was upset about, but pointing perhaps back at something that happened in the last series. Nonetheless, Crews trying to shut down the Go-Go, get a split, and walk out of town with a winning week. They'll have one more on Sunday. Left wing 3 on the way. Splash a city. And that man has been something tonight. Kyra Lewis from Alabama for 3.
Yeah, he loves that left side. I mean, he stepped into 2 or 3 of those, and it's been right on time.
15 for Lewis, who struggled a couple of days ago back on Wednesday. Ron with a power move. Floater up and good. Ron Harper Jr. A little flex after that, and a push off, and the Crews looking comfy, plus 10. Not over yet.
That was actually a good move because Thor played pretty good defense, but Harper Jr. was able to give that little nudge of space.
Noel trying to keep the hopes alive. We're under a minute. Noel dancing. 5 in the timer against Johnny U. Glasser up and tough luck rollout no. And Rutherford is wrapped up by Noel. And with 47.3 seconds left, the Crews looking in prime position. They came in 1 game out of the playoffs. A game out. And we've got a technical called as well. It's going to go on Dennis Jenkins after the play. What went wrong here?
So, the most minor things. This just shows you the level of competitiveness, what's going on. And so after the play, Noel, he just gently, we would call gently, he kind of threw Rutherford over to the side after he was going down. I mean, just kind of placed his hands on his hips and dislodged him. And so Jenkins went and said something to Noel about it, and it was right there in front of the referee's eyes. And so that shows you everybody's fire and, competitiveness.
Yeah, and Capital City, look, they've been on some kind of a run. They hit a snag. They had a 4-game losing streak. But outside of that, I mean, they had won 6 out of 7 from the start of the month of February to the 22nd of the month. And they had a 3-game win streak coming into tonight, including 3 out of 4 on the road.
Yeah. And when you can win on the road like that, that's what makes you one of the better teams. Win your games at home and split on the road, but they're doing better than splitting.
Yep. Rutherford splits the pair to keep the theme alive. Thor alone. Slamma. 9-point game. Thor with 10 to reach double figures. The Crews will only have to shoot it one more time if they wish. Trailed by 13 in this game. And they won't even have to take a shot. Ron Harper thought about it. He says, I'm not going to mess up my shooting percentages.
Yeah, I'll take a turnover before I take a missed shot. I've missed enough today.
I'm a 3-point shooter. I'm not taking that.
Exactly, right. He's counting those misses in his head because, he makes so much and he takes so much pride in his shooting.
No doubt. These two teams will shake it out, fist it out, hug it out. This thing is over. The Crews win it. They trailed by 13. It was a 6-0 run by Capital City to start the second half. The first punch was thrown by Capital City, but it was the Crews.